An invitation to this tonight by someone that cares about you and thought that you might want to know a little bit more about our sports nutrition, which can be taken whether you are 5 or up to 90 or 105. So let's get started. This is the name of our company with these products. 19-year-old company, almost 19, and we deliver whole health. We have 4 pillars of health that we concentrate on. We have health, strength, both mental and physical, confidence, and fulfillment. You're going to hear a little bit about all of these tonight, but we're going to kind of focus on strength, and by being strong, you can have more confidence and be more fulfilled. This is where our company is based in Dallas, Texas, basically Plano, and we have offices all over the world. You can see these offices over on the right. Of course, the US, Canada, Ghana, Korea, Thailand, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. But guess what? In the next 60 days or so, we are moving into the UK, Portugal, and Poland. So think about who you might know in some of those places, but probably your next door neighbor hasn't heard about these products yet, or this company. And although this is going to be heavy on products tonight, there is an opportunity if you decide that you want to be part of our whole health community and monetize it. And here is our ownership and leadership and investors in our company. Down at the bottom left, it's very appropriate tonight that we talk about Phil Knight, co-founder of Nike. He was one of our original investors. He is an owner. He has nothing to do with the daily running of the company, but that gives us a lot of credibility. And Kai-Shing Tao owns one of the largest websites in the world, Vegas.com. And then Mr. Jung, the third gentleman that you see there, is Korean American. He has been in the field helping build a business for 30 years or so. The last 19 here at LivePure, he has been our chairman of the board and our CEO. And so we were founded in 2008. We're a total debt-free company, and we're endorsed by over 400 healthcare professionals. Okay, now comes the awesome part. We've got some friends and LivePure family on here tonight, and they're going to share their short story about personally how they have used the products, and then several of them use them in some unique situations also. But first of all, we're going to go out to Florida. She's introducing these products to some amazing athletes. So Patrice Callahan Turek, we're ready for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicki. Hi, friends. My name is Patrice, and I do live in the state of Tennessee and the state of Florida. I come from a athletic family. My father played in the NFL. My dad, my mom was recreation director for several decades in my hometown. We have 4 adult children, and all of them are competitive athletes. And I want to share quickly with you 4 components that's really attracted our family to LivePure Company, the products, especially this GPS line, given our athletic family. So my son is a nationally ranked athlete, and I basically have a built-in personal trainer. He and I train 5 to 6 days a week. We strength train, we functional train. And when we got the pre-workout Energize, we've tried a lot of other products, other brands, and we thought for sure we were going to crash. We thought for sure we were going to get the creepy crawlies, is what they call it, the tingly feeling, and we didn't. We were in the gym. I'll never forget that day. We were like, we are on to something. And what we did, component number 2, is we took it into our gym. And we actually train athletes from 5 hours a week up to 20 hours a week. We help take them from the high school level to the collegiate level. And so if you don't put fuel in the tank, you can't drive the car. And we absolutely had to have nutrition as a piece of their training. And I, hands down, am just blown away at what the rebuild has done for these athletes. They all use the GPS line, but the rebuild specifically really promotes the muscle recovery and injury prevention so that they can not miss a beat, because when they're looked at by a college scout, they got to be ready to go. My third component is my business partner, Rocky, aka Kim Phillips. She is the owner of the Florida Avengers. That is a full women's tackle football team professionally. Yes. And she played in that league for several decades, and she's actually in the Hall of Fame. And the Florida Avengers have made the GPS from LivePure Sports Performance line their choice of those products. I will never forget, they came up to Nashville for the division championship. They won that day after playing 4 games. And I had a professional women's tackle football player jump into my arms, and she was like, it's the products, it's the products. And of course, it's many components, but yes, it is the products. Optimal sports performance for sure. My fourth one that I'll leave you with is really to my heart. It happened this past Saturday. My son ran a half marathon in Nashville. And when these runners get done, they're cramping, they're doubled over, they're laying down. And so we've got him in the grass, and we're rubbing him out. We're doing all the things you're supposed to do. And I look over, and there is a guy flat on his back, and he is cramping so hard. And if you can imagine, like when you cramp like this, you're frozen, your body's frozen. And of course, I had a hydrate in my backpack, and I grabbed that hydrate stick out and a bottle of water, and I hand it over to one of the friends. There's 4 friends around him, just rubbing him out. And I'm like, try this. And he looked at me and he said, we've tried salt sticks, we've tried other supplements, we've tried everything today. And I said, this product has rapid absorption in it. Try this. And I'm here to tell you tonight, about 4 to 6 minutes later, that runner looked over at me and he said, you saved my life. And that is why we do this. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Patrice. Guys, these are real life stories. My next story is one of my favorite people, and this is actually my grandson, Kanan, and he is an Olympic hopeful, and he's been using these products for a long time. So, Kanan, tell your story.
Hi, yes, my name's Kanan Burnett. I'm a decathlete. I compete in track and field, and I'm looking to make the 28 Olympics and 32 hopefully as well. Looking to compete at the USA Outdoor Track and Field Championships next year too. Um, and like Vicky said, I've been using these products my whole life, and really what I'll say is I don't like now, I don't even feel the products. I feel when I don't use the products. Like whenever I run out of Energize for like 5 days a week, or like 5 days to a week, I feel that. Like I get to the track and I'm like, I don't have the same spring. I don't have the same power in my shot put. Like I just don't have the same like juice. And the same thing for the hydrate, the same thing for everything. Like the Adapt is one that I take 2 to 3 times a week now for my hardest workouts, and it's like it makes such a difference. Whenever I run out of that, I start getting scared because I'm like, I got to go do like what was it? I actually this just happened. I just ran out of it, and I had to do a 1500 workout on Saturday, and I had to do like three 600 meters in like 2 minutes, I think is what it was, with like 1 minute of rest each. And I ran out of my Adapt, and I was like, and I was hurting. I was hurting so bad compared to whenever I have it. I was like, I had to like go get some because I got a meet coming up next week. But yeah, that's really what I'll say is just that I don't feel it.
Okay.
Like I feel whenever I miss it. So like whenever you get on it, if you stay consistent for a little bit, like you'll just know you can't get off because it's like it makes such a difference, especially when you're consistent with it. Like when you use it every day when you're whatever your thing is, whether you're in the gym, whether you're a runner, whether you're any type of athlete or competitor, like Dean Jiu-Jitsu, like anything, like you feel it whenever you go off. That's really what I'd say.
Awesome. Thank you. And guys, Kanan brought up a good point.
By the way.
As an Olympic hopeful, he can be tested at any time. And so these products are certified by Informed Sport, which is the highest certification that's given to sports performance products. And children can take several of these products too. Okay, we have an amazing guy coming on next. Thank you, Kanan. And Michael Archie is a former, not just collegiate player, but he's a former professional athlete. So, Michael, take it over.
Yes. Thank you, Ricky, for having me. I appreciate the invite. And again, my name is Michael Archie. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Former collegiate athlete. Played my college football days at Penn State University and ended up getting drafted by the Tennessee Titans. And so my background is in a lot of athletics, football, but um, I've been with LivePure for almost, it should be coming up on 2 years now in July, and was introduced to these products. And there's one thing that I wish that I had, if I could jump in a time machine and just grab all this GPS line and take it back with me. I played 4 years in the NFL. If I had these products, I probably would have played 10. So I'm just going to leave that out there. And I've tried a lot of products. I've been on a lot of products. But when I started taking these products, it was game over, hands down. I will never get off these products. I train personally using the GPS line, as the hydrate from the rebuild, the circulate. I mean, the energize, the pre-workout. I mean, I use it all. But not only do I do it personally, I also train athletes from middle school to high school to college athletes getting ready for the NFL. And so at the NFL Combine, which the draft was just recently last week. And so I train these guys and I introduce these products to them and I tell them, do me a favor, if I'm training you, just try these products, just get on them and stop what you're doing, get on these products and tell me how you feel when we're done training. And most of the guys, when they're done, they're like, these products are amazing. Like, I don't even feel tired, coach. I still feel more energized. And I said, exactly. And so most of the guys that I train, when they get on these products, they don't get off. They love it so much. I mean, I'm never getting off. Like I said, I wish I could take it back with me right now. But yeah,
Awesome.
yes. But these are my go-to. GPS line is one of my go-to, especially when training athletes. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Michael. And guys, now
Yes.
you've heard every single person mention these products. We have one of our top leaders, and he's an athlete, college athlete, and he's a coach. And we'll put up the slides so you can see these products. And then we're going to bring on Chris Forrester so that he can go over these. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I'm enjoying the stories. So, yeah, here's what I'll say. It's really neat because Michael's talking about he's training guys, and then Kanan can take any test that he wants. Here's the reason why, and sometimes we all know this because of the standard behind this company. The name of the company is Pure. So that's really what this stuff is. And so when we say that it's clean, I want you to understand it's a safe place. So as all of us are working with athletes, we know that everything that we're putting these kids on and these young athletes on, we know that everything in these products are building their body up, nothing to tear them down. And I know that a lot of people don't even stop to truly understand that. I'm actually in Florida right now myself, and I've been in the Florida heat since this morning early. And these kids that I'm working with are using this. So, but it's so big because I'm watching a lot of kids take different things and in turn, actually they're setting themselves back. They're trying to do a healthy thing, but with all the artificials and all the synthetics and all the sugar in it, they're actually making their body become a inflamed unit, which inflammation is the killer of everything for us athletes. So this is a safe place, guys. And I'll hit on this. No sucralose in any of our products, no artificial dyes, no colorings, no artificial junk. Okay. This is truly whole raw food. So we've heard all of them talk about these different things. Let's break it down. Okay. You'll see there in the top of the screen, the Energize. This is a pre-workout formula. If you're getting ready to go be involved in activity. Okay. Now, we're talking a lot about athletes, but let's be real. I'm a farm kid from the Midwest. If I'm getting ready to go take a group of boys out to the hayfield to haul hay, we're taking this, okay? So this is pre-activity, pre-workout, dual carb technology, fast burning carbs, slower burning carbs carrying you through, okay? So this stuff right here has your branched chain amino acids. I just can't say we could talk for hours about this one formulation, and that's why Michael can't quit smiling and when he talks about it because he loves it. So,
Yes.
yeah. So here's one little trick. I'll give you all a trick on here. What I do, and I've done this for years, is I'll take a scoop of that Energize, then I go over to the tub next to that called Circulate. Now, Circulate is it. Not to get all sciencey on you, but it's L-arginine. So basically, the best way to describe it, if you've ever had a garden hose sitting out on in your yard in the middle of winter, and it's like, not pliable at all. And then you have a garden hose sitting on your hot pavement of your driveway in the middle of summer, and you know how pliable that hose is. That's the best way I know to describe about what Circulate is doing. It is making it increasing that blood flow through those blood vessels, pumping that phytonutrient rich blood to your muscle tissue, which does what? Increases endurance. Okay. So I mix the Energize, a scoop of the Circulate, shake it up. Next to that, you see Serene. Okay. So you're hearing people say they want to adapt. Well, that's what Serene does. Serene is an adaptogenic herb that helps your body adapt to stress, whether that is physical stress or mental stress. I have a lot of people that I've worked with down through the years that never step a foot in the gym. They never step the foot on a court or on a field. They take this every day because they work very high stress corporate jobs and they never go a day without that Serene. So this is all pre-workout, okay? So I'm talking 15, 20 minutes or on my drive to the gym, I've got a scoop Energize, scoop of Circulate in a water bottle, normal water bottle, shaking that up, take a couple Serene, headed to the gym, okay? Now, during activity, now you see at the bottom there called Hydrate. Guys, it's just bottom line, it's the best hydration supplement on the planet. And like I say, all of us that work with other athletes, we see these kids taking all this other stuff. Just trust us. We've seen it all. This is the best. Okay. Once again, a safe place. Everything in this formula is to keep your body running at its optimal level during that activity. Okay. Now, right now, me being down here in Florida, I'm just telling you, I'm a Missouri boy. I thought it gets humid in Missouri. We don't know what humidity is in Missouri compared to what we've experienced all day today. So this Hydrate is a game changer. Okay. So that's good for everybody. Your little kids, I mean, everybody, my grandparents, okay, because they don't get enough electrolytes throughout the day. I use this product for absolutely everybody, okay, big time. Also comes in a bag form where it comes in the straw. So today in the dugout, I have a bag of this sitting there and the kids go over, get a straw, tear it off and put it in their water bottle. Now, so that we have pre-workout on the top row, we've got during workout or during activity, we'll call it, there on the bottom, the Hydrate. Now we go to recovery, right? So this is post activity. So whether you're coming out of the hayfield, if you're in Missouri with me, or you're coming off a ball field, or you're coming off the court, or coming out of the gym, it's important now that we go in and replenish the nutrients. Okay. So this is the best. Once again, guys, I'm just telling you, and it's like Michael, I mean, he was a pro athlete. I'm just telling you guys, this is the best. Okay, I don't know any other way to put that than just try it. And that's like Michael tells his guys, just trust me, try it. And I want y'all to really stop and think about that. Michael in his position, training level athletes that he trains, and he has that confidence to say, trust me, you got to have this. So this rebuild, it's very, very important for me. Me just pulling kids off the field today, I've got to get their body in healing mode quickly. There's no better way to do that than this. It's got the right protein to carbohydrate ratios, loaded. It's got 2 grams of creatine in it. That's a whole subject in its own. Why do we have 2 grams of creatine? Because it's perfect. That's what we need. Okay. So I could talk for hours about this, but I hope that this kind of gives you a layout of how to use these formulations, Vicky. So I tried to be as fast as I could talk for hours. So hopefully that was quick enough.
Oh, that was awesome. And I think Chris is actually down coaching baseball down in Florida. So awesome. And he's got a collegiate athlete daughter also, and his wife was a collegiate athlete, and his son's a hunter. So they use a lot of the products. Well, guys, we have a treat next. And, Chris has done an amazing job showing us how to use these products working out, but there's also a medical maybe protocol or whatever you could use for these products. And so we have someone who is a top leader in the company as far as the business, but she'll give you her certifications. She's amazing at talking about these, and she's even using them in her clinic. So Kelly Johnson from Oklahoma.
Hey, Vicky. Thanks for having me on. Yes, I've been so inspired by all these stories. I love because for the past 15 years, we've been in this company and using the sports line. We've heard so many things, but to hear more and more people sharing and spreading the word, that's what it's all about, so that more people can benefit from this. And like you said, I have been in the company a very long time. We've seen amazing results from the sports performance side, and I could tell you so many stories. I think I even shared a picture of our younger son. Do we have that? If Ruby, if you have it, pop it on there. I'll talk about it if not. It was just amazing because he was a high school athlete. He was struggling with his weight, which a lot of our other kids didn't, but he really didn't. He was putting in the work, doing the work, eating clean, lifting heavy, but he just could not shred that extra weight, that extra fluff of weight on him. And then I said, Ty, you're taking the sports line, this GPS line, but you're hit and missing. You've got to just lock it in and see the difference. And then we accidentally got a before and after pictures in just 6 months of him like just honing in. He did do the rebuild twice a day, but then he took that full sports line instead of just hitting and missing. And like Kanan was talking about, you have to be consistent. Man, it was a huge difference. So if you have that visual, Ruby, put it on there. If not, just know it makes a huge difference on that. But I am a personal trainer, my husband as well. We have been athletes our whole life. We train athletes. We still do that. Our kids were athletes, but we also use this in our functional wellness clinic because it makes such a big difference when you're just talking about health. So you heard some of the people talking about testimonies of Larry's wife. She had rheumatoid arthritis and all these other things. But we own a functional wellness clinic. I'm not only a personal trainer, I'm also a physical therapist. I specialize in sports rehab and spine pain and spine rehab. And then we also do functional medicine, and I'm a certified functional nutritionist as well. And so in our clinic, we see a lot of people that are just coming to us struggling with just being fatigued, being tired, being overweight, struggling with losing weight, all these kind of things. And we use this product line. And a lot of the products we use is this GPS line. So they're not athletes. We want to get them moving. We want to get them active and feeling like they can move and do more things. But we use a lot of this sports line to help them feel better. So let's just talk about a little bit of them. That hydrate is key. I think Patrice talked about this. It saves someone's life. Like Larry was talking about how it's so important for blood pressure and heart health. That is really, really important. And ours isn't just like other electrolytes. So it's really the perfect blend of what our bodies need. And a lot of people don't think about this. We see so many people for thyroid problems and hormone imbalances. Hydrate is such a key part of what people need to have healthy hormone balance and thyroid support on what your body needs to do to use that thyroid that you're making or to be more productive in making it and supporting that. So that's huge. It also helps a lot with autoimmune conditions and pain that people are having. So hydrate is so important for all those kind of things. Rebuild is key. Like as we all age, we lose muscle, whether we're working out or not. You got to work out harder and harder as we age. It's called sarcopenia. So it's really important to have this rebuild. And like Chris was talking about, that formulation of how it feeds your muscle. But for elderly that are bedridden, you still need this rebuild. It is key to keeping your muscles healthy, active, and not wasting away. But also this protein, and this is a great source of this, hormone balance again, guys. Hormones for men and women are so huge, and this protein can help with that weight control and hormone regulation. Circulate. Chris talked a little bit about that. It helps with the vasoplasticity of your blood vessels. So heart health and cardiovascular health is huge. We recommend people to do this. It can help naturally keep that blood pressure at a healthy level. And so a lot of people use it for that. Serene, like the stress that this helps, this serene, again, we help under exercise. It helps with your body stress and ability to adapt to that. But like he said, a lot of people will take this for the mental stress, and that's going to be huge for stress levels, for cortisol, for weight maintenance, and everything like that. And so people love this. And then energize. Who doesn't want to just have more energy in general, help boost your metabolism and help with all that kind of stuff too. So this sports line is hands down the best of the best. I've been in functional wellness and nutrition for 20 plus years and never have experienced anything like our product line. And this sports line is really, truly for everyone. We have 5 kids. I like what the first person said. He's a professional dad. Well, I guess I'm a professional mom, and now Gigi of 10, almost 11. And hydrate is really important for young kids too. So we want to keep them well hydrated, and the perfect balance of that electrolyte that we have without the added sugars is huge for kids. And so one of our grandbaby's first words to me is hydrate. They learned that really, really quick. All right. Well, I can be like Chris and talk about this for hours on each product, but thanks for having me on, and hope that's helpful.
Wow, thank you, Kelly. Jared Burnett in Odessa, Florida, and he's my middle son.
Well, thank you so much for having me on tonight. And guys, I'm excited to just share with you my story, and just a little, if you'll just hang with us for just a couple more minutes before we wrap it up. My wife, Heather, and I, we have 4 kids. We live here in Tampa, Florida, and we got introduced to this company almost 18 years ago. And what we saw was just the finest nutraceutical grade nutrition, supplements, and wellness that's all natural and purity without compromise. And we saw a business model that we felt like we could get involved in, and not just get products for our family to be healthy, but that we could share it with others and build an income. And it ended up turning into a full-time income for us. It ended up far surpassing anything else I've ever done in business. We went on to build a 6-figure income. Then it turned into a 7-figure income. So we've been able to just do amazing things with these products, with this company, and help a lot of people. But I want you to know about our sports nutrition is a very, very unique line of products. If you're taking any pre-workout, post-workout, hydration, electrolytes, any type of sports nutrition product, you should be putting LivePure in your body. This is the choice of many Olympic athletes, professional athletes that can choose anything out there in the world to put into their body, and a lot of them choose LivePure, the ones that know about it. And people are finding out about us. We're a company on the move. We're growing. We're expanding even into other countries. So this is a company you're going to hear about. So tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a full overview of our entire line of products and our philosophy of cleanse, balance, and build, where you can learn more about that. And we'll be sharing about the business model and how you can monetize this. Because whether you're just looking to get healthy, whether you're looking to earn a few $100 or thousands of dollars, or turn this into serious income in a career, you have the ability to do that with LivePure. And this sports nutrition line, I want to say this, this is how elite this company is. These sports nutrition products that LivePure has, this was the original sports nutrition line in the world. It was developed in the Soviet Union over 65 years ago by a sports biochemist and an exercise physiologist that was the head of the Moscow Institute, the Central Moscow Institute for all sports nutrition. He was also the head of the nutrition program for the cosmonauts, the Soviet astronauts, if you will. He developed a lot of times they refer to him as the father of creatine because he was the first person to isolate creatine to put it in a supplement where you could take it as a supplement. He developed the first pre-workout. He developed the first electrolyte drink. It wasn't Gatorade in 1965. They already had electrolyte drinks in the Soviet Union developed by Dr. Nikolai Volkov, predating Gatorade. Our company basically owns the rights to all the original sports nutrition formulations from Dr. Nikolai Volkov, the late Dr. Nikolai Volkov, who is a legend in Eastern Europe and in Russia with athletes, people of, fitness competitors, you name it. They all know him and they know about his formulations. Well, we're bringing them to the world through LivePure. Not just here in the West, in the United States, but we're taking them to the world. And it's just one of our product lines. It's just one thing that we do that makes LivePure elite, okay? The gold standard of supplements and nutrition. So we're going to be a household name and a billion-dollar brand. This is a company you're going to hear about. We're on the move, and it's something that you should take a look at if you care about your health, for you, for your family. If you want to put the best stuff in your body and perform at the highest level, and if you're looking for something to supplement your income, in 2026, we're living in a time right now where if you're not doing something on the side entrepreneurially to generate more income for your family, you're going to get left behind. This is a changing world with inflation, with just the global economy, the way things are going with AI coming in the next 18 to 36 months, our world is going to rapidly change. And so you should be looking for ways to monetize and build additional income stream for your family. LivePure is a great way to do it. We have systems in place. We have leaders. We have education, free education that you can plug into every single week and learn how to do this. So thanks for being on. Have a great night and God bless.